Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on Back to Life Monday evening? Well, I hope you had a wonderful week. For my sick and shed in, you know the word of today is believe.
Yes.
All things are possible to them that believe. Now, so stay encouraged and believe. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, and for the rest of you, I hope you had a wonderful Back to Life Monday. I hope you had a glorious weekend. I hope that it was everything you need and more. And I thought you had either a restful one, a busy one, or you had a chilled one. Either way, you made it to Monday, and that's all that matters. So with that being said, baby Crone, who we're going to do today?
We're going to do Real Housewives of Potomac.
So we're doing Real Housewives of Potomac. Now I'm going to say something. Now, you know, I've been doing this for over a year, which you said.
Yes.
Our numbers are so low and so dismal. So we do it because we really, really like it. So if you see us, please put a thumb up for us, just to show us that you are interested in what we do.
Yes.
If you could do that, we would appreciate it so much. We know we low on the totem pole. we know that, don't we, baby Crone?
Yes.
Yeah,
but if you do know anybody that is into Real Housewives of Potomac or just reality shows in general, please do share so that way you can spread us to the world.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
And what we do now, because we felt like, okay, we don't really have nothing else to lose. So we decided that we'll just start reading cards. And that's what people want of us, is for me to read on everything. So I will have to read cards because that's what my biggest request is. Read.
Yes, that is true.
I was trying to avoid it, but it just, because I was trying to do both. They don't want both. So please, if you can, we could really, really use your support. Thank you so much. That has been a public service announcement. Okay, let's get to it, baby Crone. Let's talk about Potomac. Get us started. Do I have a pet peeve? Yes. My pet peeve is Wendy.
Oh,
at the table. I don't get it. I don't understand why she can't let it go. For her to be such a doctor, such a PhD, such an educated person, to be a philosopher, a doctorate and philosopher. Now, I know some of you out there had philosophy. I know I did. I know you have.
Yes.
And one of the things that philosophy teaches you, it teaches you about people's characteristics.
Yes.
It teaches you how to deal with swindlers, how to deal with liars. It teaches you how to look at things in a different way that the average person wouldn't see it. So when you hear about all these different philosophers, and God knows, Wendy knows many, they all had a style and a way of learning and teaching us something. You understand what I mean? One of them one of my favorite ones, I'm thinking if it's Descartes, I think it is, I'm not sure. He used to say, I think, therefore I am.
Ah, I like the sound of that. That is very good.
Like if you ever wonder, am I here? Is this real? And he taught, what to say, if you think, therefore I am. In other words, I'm in existence because if I can think that, then I'm in existence. So these philosophers taught great things. And here is Wendy sashaying around, still trying to say, I got the last word, Neka. And Neka is just trying to talk to the girl.
She is,
and Wendy, like, just because, see, Wendy, you're mad because your mother appears to be a witch.
She does.
Your mother really ain't denying it.
No.
I mean, she denying it for your sake, but clearly she ain't denying. So I don't know. And besides, let me be clear. Ain't nothing wrong with being a witch. Witches get bad names.
They really do.
I mean, witches get bad names. Anybody that's not normal, a witch, a Satanist, anybody that's got a name that's not Christian or Buddha or Hindu or Muslim, you're a witch. People, we need to elevate our mind. I think what she was saying, that in their culture, that they don't play with that because witchcraft, in other words, that black magic.
Yes.
Let's put it out there. That black magic that black folks do. Okay, that's why it's black magic. That black magic that black folks do that cause harm, injury, and death. She's saying that is what's prevalent. So it's not as much, Wendy, so you can be educated. It's not much of the witch you should be worried about. She's saying your mother is capable of performing black magic.
That is true.
Okay? She's saying your mother had the propensity to conjure. In other words, conjure up spirits.
Yes.
This is what she's saying, which is not for my good, so you frighten me.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's going on.
Yes.
Okay. And that's my pet peeve with Wendy, who's supposed to be so educated, call me doctor, act like a doctor and not a child. And every time this woman get up and sashay all over the place,
She does.
I can't say what I want to say. But she just look, I can't say what I want to say. So let me think of a name. She looked like a fool.
Okay.
She looked really ridiculous.
She does. She honestly does.
And the only person that give her any kind of clout, and that is Candace, who sit there and smile like girl, no. I am so disappointed with Wendy because I expected so much of her because she said, oh, I was hoping that she was going to be the one that says, when you go low, I go high. I thought Wendy was going to be the educated one, that be the one, that be the filler, to be the one that bridged the gap, that don't let nothing get her under. She came on like that to me. NSNBC, this, that. I thought she ain't been nothing but a big old disappointment.
Okay.
To me.
Fair enough.
Because I expected so much more from Wendy. Now, you may not like what I have to say because you all go in on Gazelle, you go in on Robin, you go in on, I mean, nobody goes in on Karen. I don't know why. I have no idea. But anyway, she's not my pet peeve. My pet peeve really is that girl, Wendy. What about you, baby Crone?
I guess my pet peeve could be Karen because it just seems like Karen just really loves to start some mess.
Mm-hmm. And get away with it.
Yes, because going back to NECA she's inviting each of the cast members to her house one by one. So she had invited Karen over. Karen gave her a whole nice tour of Potomac. And then I don't know what the beef is about living in North Potomac, but for some reason.
Snobbish.
Yes.
Karen don't even live in Potomac. And from what Gazelle said, Karen renting a house.
Yes.
See, that's what I don't like about her, because she's so fake.
Yes.
She is so fake. Oh, darling, I'm going to buy a house down where I'm from. But you're renting a home.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Girl, I can't stand the fakery of it all. I just can't. Karen, baby Crone.
Yes.
I think you understand. I stand over here with Wendy and squandering her. The way she presents herself, I expect more from her. I could see it if she was something, but she is a philosopher.
Yeah.
And I expect more from her. She's so childish.
Mm-hmm.
Now Mecca so far, Mecca act more of her because she's more trying to reason.
Yeah.
She's not trying to get up ass. Wendy always kept it so darling. This is not for me. It was not meant to put work. So girl, you look clown. You look a clown. And Karen,
yes. Another pet peeve was the fact that Karen, I mean, I guess I could understand Karen wanting to do like some type of like lottery draw to figure out who's going to come.
Who want to go to that boring fest? Yes. And you have me clean?
But the thing is that Karen wasn't fair in who she was selecting.
Like first. Somebody want to go there to that boring town. Come on, let's keep it 100. I mean, they all been there. Mm-hmm. I think if NECA haven't, she has. Right. So she should have taken NECA because NECA had never been. But everybody there has been there, I think. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
So It's
I
boring.
haven't seen it.
And so I can understand why Gazelle say I pass on that. I can see why what's her other name? Soft spoken, the one that said soft spoken, had a problem with her because she speaks soft. Neka said when she was on after with the after show, they asked her to pick out. Andy asked her to.
Oh, I'm
Mia.
remembering her.
Mia.
Right? Yes.
Mia. She says she's the soft spoken when she can barely hear what she's saying. So they all been there. Now, if they haven't, they have now. And clearly, what's so exciting about that?
Right.
You tell me.
But
no. But these are my opinions, and so I'm entitled. Don't judge me too harshly. I do want to hear your opinion, but this is how I feel. Go ahead, baby.
Right. And going a little bit more to the episode, speaking of Mia and Neka and Gazelle, having a whole problem with the way Karen picked out who was going to come. Karen was just like, fine, I'll invite you all over. I was able to extend my liability.
That was after she got Gazelle and Mia canceled. Then she opened it up to everybody.
Yes.
But Nika knew, but Nika said, I'm going to go anyway.
Yeah, she did.
She's trying to be a good sport about everything.
Right. One thing is, I don't think Mia was there. Was Mia there?
No.
Yes,
Mia had problems.
Yes, Mia and Robin were kind of absent this episode.
Yeah.
They did have one scene together where they were sitting inside of a room full of salt.
Right.
Doing some type of salt cleansing, talking about their marital problems.
Right.
So they were so that's what they're bonding over this season.
I tell you what is curious. Candace could say what she wants, but clearly, you all can say what you want, but clearly when it come down to bad marriages, they always go to who? Robin.
Okay.
She must be a good person to talk to, because that's who even Candace wanted to go back to.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Gazelle go to her. So, and it's something about Robin that she's like, she could be the girl next door. She could be your friend. She doesn't glow and shine like all the rest of the girls. Not that she can't. Mm-hmm. It just seems like she's more down to earth and more real and tangible. You know, she doesn't have that flamboyant personality like Gazelle and Karen. I mean, yeah, Karen. Okay. Their personalities are so flamboyant to me that they both appear fake.
Oh, fair enough for Karen.
And Gazelle, too. Okay. I like them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I like Karen. I like them all.
I haven't seen it with Gazelle yet, but with Karen,
well, for me, who's been around women, I know that flamboyant the way. And another thing, I have to say it, Gazelle. Okay. I think your clothes are too tight. They
Fair
always
enough.
Make you look like you busting out of something.
I don't know if this trend is of wearing clothes that are too small.
Small, I don't know what it is. But these women, they could be smaller in real life, but the camera make you look overweight. Not that you don't look, you just look, you come off thick on screen. A lot of you do. You come off thick. Now, I can tell you who don't come off thick.
Who?
On this particular show, Candace doesn't.
No.
Candace doesn't.
How about Ashley?
Ashley definitely doesn't. And nor does Neka, nor does Karen. I mean, no, Karen does, but Wendy doesn't. Okay, Wendy doesn't come off. Wendy doesn't, and neither Neka. They don't come off. But Gazelle, Robin comes off.
Built.
Athletic. So she doesn't come off, but Karen and Gazelle, they come off a little thick on camera. And it could just be what they're wearing.
And Mia too.
And Mia. I forgot about Mia.
I did forget about Mia.
Mia. And the other lady. She shows up.
Oh, Sharice.
Yes. But I mean, none of them are overweight or anything, in my opinion. I'm just saying, for the way some of them dress, they already look not fat, they just look thick. Like, you know, they done had tummy tucks. You could tell because of the way they built and the way that they wear their clothes, you could tell. I've seen people that had tummy tucks and you could tell that especially Gazelle had one. You could tell. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry, but allegedly. But she looked like it. The way she's built, the way she stand, she's a pretty woman. Well, she's an elderly. She's starting to age.
Yes.
So she's an attractive woman. Yeah, in my opinion.
And now, what I did find...
Is there anybody who you want me to read on this week briefly? So I can warm up the cards? Don't make it deep. Keep going.
Okay. Well, moving on for the news part of this. Interestingly enough, speaking of Gazelle and clothes, Gazelle and Ashley are making an athletic leisure clothing line called G&A for Gazelle and Ashley.
That's good. Good for them. Good for them. Good for them. And I think somebody was a little insulted and jealous.
Yes.
Because nobody asked Wendy.
Wendy was so jealous.
And you know what? For me, it would be hard for me to work with Wendy. Because she just disappointed me. I just expected so much from Wendy. I really did. She was my favorite at one point.
Oh.
In the very beginning, the first year.
I know exactly who you can read on. Karen. Because
what is it that you want to know, my love bug?
Is Karen obsessed with Robin? Because Robin has came to that conclusion because she said she had told a story to Mia that she hasn't told none of the cast members, saying that one time when Robin had went through Karen's phone, Karen had a picture of Robin's immediate family, like her and her kids, her mom and her dad, all together, like a family photo in her phone. And she was just like, I think Karen really is obsessed with me. Like, why does she have a picture of my family in her phone? Yes. She hasn't told none of the cast members, so only Mia knows that. Of course.
Well, now we know.
Yes.
Well, I think I know what that is. My intuition is kicking in. Because Karen come from a mixed family.
Okay.
And remember she was talking about they were slaves and how they was white in their family. My question is, who wasn't? Who ain't have it mixed? Like, who had it? Like, and I think maybe she feels that.
Okay.
It does make it plain to the audience what you think I'm saying.
That Karen could be jealous of the background of Robin.
Yes.
That's different from her.
No, it's a lot. Remember?
Oh, well, the fact that they're...
I'm like 95% Robin ancestors come from slavery too. But we got some massa mixed up in there. Same with me. Same with me. It shouldn't be shocking anymore when you see light-skinned people to know that they got white up in there. Or some country that have fair skin.
That is true.
You Spanish or something, right?
Yes.
You're something, If you're kind of like on a little of the darker side and got slanted eyes, you got Asian up in you or some kind of Indian or something. Yeah. The characteristics speak. They speak through us, Mm-hmm. If you kind of you're really light skinned or you look almost white and you got nice old curly hair, but you find yourself with a thick nose, right? And full, thicker lips, you best to believe you got some African up in there. Yeah. You can't deny these things. Am I right, baby? Yes. Yeah, a lot of Black Americans, we have the color, but some of us don't carry the characteristics.
That is true. Some
of us don't have the thick wide nose or the thick lips. We don't, but we have the darker skin and the curly hair. Here's another one, Doja Cat.
Yes, Doja Cat.
That's just one. Example. That's just one. You're going to have something. You're going to have that hair. You're going to have something. Am I right about it?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why I said, so I can understand why that is because Karen made it a point. Karen made it a point that they talked about this time.
Okay.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
And talked about what this time?
The slavery, the ancestors.
Yes,
she bought her grandmama's house. They were sitting at the table. How she's going into it. So I'm saying if there's anything, that is what it is. Go ahead, finish reading. I can read this at the end.
Okay. And lastly, to talk about Wendy and Eddie, they apparently might be having marital problems. I don't know what's going on with that.
I already called it.
You did. One thing is,
and the same thing with NECA.
Yes, that is true. Yes. So, also Eddie opened up a dispensary business.
Ooh.
Or selling marijuana.
Let everybody know what a dispensary.
I wasn't sure if he was going to be growing it or like opening up a store.
He wants a store. He doesn't want to make it. He's just okay.
Yes, because he said that. Of course, we all know.
And on speaking of that, Gazelle ex-husband Jamal Bryan, the minister. If you can call him that, I'm sorry, but he too wanted to take the church and build a dispensary in the back of the church in Georgia. So that's what he wants. He's saying the Lord called it. The Lord called it. However, I think if it's going to help people and it's legit, I don't think anything wrong with it. I mean, it's marijuana. It could be helping people. It's not like he's selling alcohol. That's my opinion.
Growing it at the back of the church, though?
Like in the back, the church must have, Georgia have a lot of land. So it could be like acres of, who knows? It ain't like you go up and they're going to be seeing weed. Use your imagination once again.
And that was.
Isn't it funny how things show up in our mind?
Yes, it is.
You just saw it right there, right?
Yes.
I haven't
add on addition, like you open up a door,
and there it is. No, I didn't see it that way. I saw it away on some acre, on some property. I don't think that they're going to want to show it to the public because people be over there stealing it. So I think it would be more subdued. And I personally, I don't think anything is wrong with that. However, that's only if the church changes its way of thinking.
Yes.
So.
Mm-hmm. And that was pretty much it, because bringing it back to Karen, apparently, I don't know what's going on with Karen and Ray, but I think they were also having some type of marital problem.
You think so?
Yeah, because they sat down and had a conversation about their marriage.
What did they say? I must have nodded off, baby Crone.
Yeah, I mean, it was that scene was kind of boring.
Well, we'll go on another time. But in the meantime, you want me to read on who?
Karen.
That went dark.
Yes.
Read on who?
Karen, and if she's jealous of Robin.
Is Karen jealous of Robin? I should have used my other card. I'm tempted. Is Karen jealous of Robin? I'm just doing my thing here right now. Can I, please? Can I have it my way?
Yes, you can.
And I can't be talking while I'm doing this because I got to concentrate on cards, don't you know?
Okay.
These are my babies here because it's Karen jealous of Robin.
I did kind of miss Robin a little bit this episode, but I'm glad
I missed her too. I did. I said,
she got a break though. She got a break from the cast. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that break costs money.
Fair enough.
She don't want no break. She better come on back. Get on back to work in here and get up in here and start frying some chicken and get back up in here and work, Robin. We miss you.
Yeah.
I know I did.
I mean, I don't blame Robin for not even wanting to go to Karen's grandmother's house either.
It just seemed boring to me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
It showed up. Okay. What you making, baby Crone?
Yeah, the Letterman is definitely in.
That's why I put it there for you. Okay. I see a beginning with the tarot. I see a beginning. I definitely see somebody struggles with something. I see that Karen struggles with something. And yet I don't know. I don't know if it's a background because I see lucrative. I see finances. Okay. Now, I think, I don't know, but I'm assuming that from the cards that Karen family come from money more than Robin, from what I'm gathering here, you see. Right. So, and I'm seeing here that there is some kind of burden or a struggle that Karen has towards Robin. And underneath that, you see a child. So that's what you do. You take pictures of a child. It's something about this relationship. However, I see new beginnings, but it's starting to show because it shows that Karen wear masks.
And that is true.
Karen is wearing a mask, and it's going to come out. It's just a matter of time. Is Karen jealous of Robin? No. Okay. I don't think it's jealousy.
Okay.
I don't. I do not think that it's jealousy. I do think that maybe she identifies. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I don't know. I don't think this is jealousy. I want to She, if anything, she could envy that she have I don't know what it is. But I know that Karen come from a mixed background too. That was clear today.
Yes.
However, I don't think it's jealousy, but it has something to do with her nationality.
Okay.
With her mixedness. However, I don't think she identifies with Robin in somewhere like that. I don't know if I'm making sense. You have a question to ask me. I hope I'm making sense.
Yes. So therefore,
did it make sense?
Yes, because I want to know if she's not jealous. No. Then is she obsessed?
Is she obsessed? Oh, let me take it from here. Is she obsessed though? Could she be obsessed? Could she be obsessed?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a good question. Because I don't see jealousy. We're going to know because I like to pick from both.
Okay.
So I can have it. This is what I like to do. So is she jealous? Is she jealous? Is she obsessed?
Yes.
Is she obsessed? Is she obsessive? If she is, tell me what she's obsessed with. Her background. It would be her background. Her lineage. She finds it fascinating. Yes. Yes. She stalks her. She watches her. She read up on her. As much as she complains, I think she has a crush on her husband.
I think Robin even might have hinted at that or something.
No, I'm just saying.
No, that
she'll never admit it.
I see that.
She'll never ever.
She called herself the other woman.
I'm not even looking at none of that. A faint voice came to me. Like I wasn't even thinking on that, and said, "Husband." It's something about her husband that she identifies with. And I think that maybe she feels as though she would have been a better wife to Juan than Robin. Like Robin don't know how to handle. I don't know. This is muggy for me because Karen is guarded when it come down to that. And when somebody is guarded, I don't go in and bust through. I give them spaces. But I can tell you this, it is something that she's holding. It is a burden. There is something that she does have against Robin. She is a fox. There is something that she is envious over. I truly believe it's her family lineage, and I truly believe it could be something, somehow, some way that deal with Juan, and she probably resents her. Maybe Juan reminded her of a boyfriend, her last boyfriend. It's something with that. However, Karen will never admit any of this, but it's something there, and whatever it is, matter of time. Matter of time. I hope that helped.
Yes, I can't wait for that juice to come out.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. Something is going to come out. It's going to start coming out. But Karen will never admit it. The question is with you.
No.
Would you ever admit that you sit back and maybe admire somebody's family, or wish you was that person, or maybe you wish you had their hair, or maybe you wish, maybe do you?
No,
definitely.
Because that is.
And this isn't admiring. She does it. I don't see it as jealousy.
Okay.
But what was the word you said?
Envy? Oh, obsession.
Obsession.
Yes.
That's definitely. Mm-hmm. And this person has been around, seen it, and it's starting to haunt Robin, but nobody sees it. But we're going to be looking out for it because it shows that it is a burden, and Karen hides it. But the moment that you told me, and Karen wear faces, Karen wear masks, honey, and she is a fox. Don't let her fool you. And it's always a matter of time. But Karen come from a little bit of background where she got a little bit of coins or something. Mm-hmm. She's a saver. She's a saver of her money. She's a saver of her money because of what went down with her husband. It shows that Karen don't trust nobody when it comes down to money. Karen trusts herself. So anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah, that was good. That was real juicy. That was a great question. Thank you, Robin, for telling us that juicy tidbit.
Robin, I have to admit, I must have was asleep. I drifted off and on between you and the Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, Married to Medicine, see? Well, with that being said, we thank you for joining us. Please, if you happen to just slip by us, just give us a thumbs up just for encouragement. Just to say, we see you over there, the little engine that's trying to could. So if you could, please thumbs us up. And with that, we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend until we meet again. Sunflowers. Sunflowers.